China's premier says he'll transform China's economic model as Beijing battles a deepening property crisis. Li Qiang was giving his first key speech to Parliament, but he won't be taking questions. He's cancelled a highly anticipated meeting with the press. Let's go live to our Asia correspondent, Stash Butler. Stash, no big surprises on the government's target for growth. This is, if we compare it to Australia, something like our budget, the way that this was delivered by the Chinese authorities.
That's right, Kieran. As you say, a budget of a sort, a plan for the year ahead. Now, Li Qiang, in his speech, setting that key target rate of GDP growth at around 5%. That's the same as the target for last year, 2023, when the economy grew by just over that, 5.2%. It was seen as a bit of an easier task that year, though, because it was following on from 2022, when China was emerging from lockdowns, which disrupted the economy. So hitting that 5% target, seen as being more difficult, going to require more government intervention. Now, China and Li Qiang very much aware of the difficulties the economy is facing, the longest period of deflation since the 1990s Asian financial crisis. New home sales down 60% year on year in February among the top 100 developers. And so we're still waiting for some more concrete policy announcements to emerge in the coming days, weeks and months. But the thing is, foreign press won't get the chance to grill Li on those issues and on those plans, because he's cancelled the yearly press conference, a tradition that's been going on for 30 years, seen as a way for China to speak more frankly with the press. Now, that's seen as a kind of perhaps a natural conclusion to this gradual process of China, dealing with the West and dealing with other countries in a more wary and more cautious way. But a shame for the media gathered, who are, waiting to find out more clearly what the world's second largest economy plans for its future.
How did Beijing say it's managing ties or going to manage ties with Taiwan, Stash?
Well, yeah, that's the key question. I mean, as ever with these Chinese government reports, we're looking very, very carefully at the language that's used for any clues for kind of deviation. One thing that has been pointed out is that in the one long run-on sentence mentioning Taiwan, Li said that China would resolutely oppose Taiwan independence, that resolutely, adding a bit of extra force. And he made no mention of what China calls peaceful reunification, dropping that word peaceful, perhaps suggesting a slightly more strident approach with Taiwan, rather from Beijing towards Taipei in the coming months. But that still remains to be seen. We're going to have to monitor that situation in the months to come, Kieran.
Stash, appreciate that. Talk to you soon.